Is you Latin, African, Jamaican? What's that accent? That you're passionate when you're smashing. Have we met? You must be from Texas, girl. Are you from Texas? No, you couldn't fool me, and it's so crazy, girl. Your body's so impatient. The way you move, no hesitation, and I can feel vibrations. You're so reckless, girl. Why you?
Yo, what's good? You are now live with SLEM TV. I am your host, Kalvin, Kosha, and I'm here with my lovely co-host,
Tamia.
That's right. And I'm here with Mr. Do It With No Hands.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
The one and only Tre Nubb.
What it is.
Hey, man, you know what it do.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Hey, always, man.
Thank you for coming.
We appreciate you for coming.
Anytime.
So listen, people. SLEM. If you don't know what SLEM stands for, I've said it many times before, and I'm going to say it again. You're going to learn tonight. SLEM stands for Social Life Events Media. And we have what's called the SLEM Magazine. This is the hottest magazine in the city. We cover everything from social justice, lifestyle, the events that are going on in the city every month, and things that are happening in media, which is everything. You know what I'm saying? Just like the SLEM TV podcast. We want you to know about what's going on, right? So without further ado, we can roll right into it. So shout out to WAP for really giving us a lot of knowledge and insight on what we need to be knowing and things we need to be doing regarding business. Because if you don't know, this is still National Entrepreneurship Month, and we've had a lot of insight for entrepreneurs and business owners and people who are aspiring to be entrepreneurs and what have you. So shout out to all of the guests that have been on our show before. It's an amazing thing to be able to sit amongst each other and talk about how to become successful business owners.
Facts.
All right? Yeah. So make sure y'all checking us out on YouTube. We have each and every episode up. Just type in SLEM TV podcast, and you're going to be able to check them all out. So tonight, without further ado, on the business tip, we're going to talk about this woman who is really doing her thing. She's doing something very remarkable, and I'm talking about with big money. Selflessness. We're going to read it. I'll read the headline for you. It says, beauty mogul Courtney Adeleye contributes $30 million to fund for black women entrepreneurs.
She won.
That's insane.
That's
She
crazy.
go.
Beautiful.
30 mil. Girl, give me $5.
10, 20.
Sometimes all you need.
Give me $5. You know what I'm saying? The way gas is, just give me $5. She contributed $30 million to fund for black women entrepreneurs. That is exceptional. Go ahead and read what she said in her caption, because it's really remarkable.
Yes,
So
and
read what she
powerful.
said.
Okay. 6 years ago, all I had was faith, a dream, and a vision. A few years ago, I said on national television on the Steve Harvey TV show that I was going to create as many female bosses, that's how she spelled it, bosses, as I can. I had no idea as to how I was going to do it, but I knew deep down that God was going to make a way for me. Now with the $30 million personal contribution, I have created the Generational Advantage Fund. God, I ask you to bless this fund. I ask you to point it into the direction of all who needs it. I ask you to grow it even bigger and greater than I could ever imagine it. And I ask you to give me the wisdom to navigate it. Once again, and as always, thank you for your support. I promise I will not let you down. I ask each and every one of you to pray for me as I embark on this new massive initiative. Guys.
That is remarkable. Shout out to Miss Courtney.
Shout out to you, for real.
You the GOAT.
You the GOAT for that.
For sure.
Kalvin, Kosha personally, from Tamia,
Rachel,
Tre, from SLEM.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate that, because
And I know those women appreciate it too, for sure.
man, I can only imagine, you know, to really take what you have and and invest it into something that you care about and believe in a selfless manner, it is really really remarkable.
Yeah.
Like you can't not cover that, and even if it isn't in mainstream media yet, it will be. We see Tyler Perry just came up with this massive landmass of a studio.
Man.
It's a city.
A whole nothing to say. It's a whole nother city.
It's a whole nother city. And
got
I've
everything you
dreamt
need.
of that. I've dreamt of that, man. Like,
Yeah.
I want my own city. I want,
Yeah.
man, let me not talk too much.
Yeah.
But
Don't
you
tell
don't
it
tell 'em
all.
everything.
Don't tell it all.
30 mil from yourself, to fund for black women entrepreneurs. Black women got it going on.
We do.
Women in general have a very big platform to work with right now, to where they can really show what all they're great at, because we know women are great. We always knew it. But this is the time where you can really take that and run with it. You can get that bag. You can, if you sing, rap, cook, dance, whatever it is, you're into politics, the lanes are wide open for you. And what Miss Courtney has done exemplifies true heroism. She's a hero for that,
is.
because there are a lot of, one of the main things that we find as young people to be an issue is, of course, I don't have enough money to do what I need to
Find
do.
my dream. Yeah.
And one thing I will say is, a lot of times we do have enough money to start, but what we lack is the wisdom. We lack the discipline.
And a lot of people really, honestly, not to cut you off, just not even just but it's the fear of failing
That's
Yeah.
it.
that keeps
Yeah.
a lot of people back, and keep a lot of people from doing what they want to do. I'm
Yeah.
not saying what they trying to do, but what they want to do. Because people, you just talk to some people and just listen to what they got going on in their plans and visions. You be like, man, that's amazing to do
Exactly.
Right.
But a lot of people get scared or discouraged because of failure.
Yeah.
I look at failure as a motivation. If
Yeah.
I'm failing, that means I'm doing something right. I'm getting close to it. I'm gonna get better at it.
Real talk.
Right.
But
I'm
Right.
with you on that. That's just
So-
real. Even with myself, like, there's a lot of ideas I have, but I can always attribute it to something where I have fear of, or if I start it now and I don't have enough money to fall back on,
Right.
or whatever, it can hinder, the way I approach it. And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure even for you, like, you're still in school.
Just seeing this, and like myself, I have so many big ideas that I feel that are bigger than me,
Yeah.
and like it has held me back. But I just got to a point where I was just like, no more. Like,
Yeah.
you just kind of step out and do it, and I feel like everything else will follow. If it's that important to you, you're not gonna let the things that the obstacles or the fear of the obstacles, because you don't know unless you try.
in fact,
Right.
That's like, you can't let that stuff hold you back. And I feel like what she's doing is like a huge incentive, because that's something less that entrepreneurs have to worry about. You
Right.
know what I mean? But
Right.
we just got to step out there and do it,
And just do
especially
it.
our people, because it holds us back a lot, because we feel like there's so much against us, and there is.
right.
But we just got to do it, or we'll never know.
But the thing with that is too, on top of that, is if you see somebody or your friend or somebody trying to do it, support them.
Oh,
Be
yeah.
that reinsurance.
Yeah.
That hey, it's gonna be all right. Because a
Right.
lot of people just need that extra push too. They scared of falling, but they like, hey, I'm not as scared if you with me.
Exactly.
Just
That's
be there
so
for that
true.
person. Help, support. When they tell you, hey, support other businesses or support black business, it just support. It don't. Most of the time, it don't cost nothing to
Don't
support,
cost
right?
nothing.
Yeah.
So just show love and support. That's that reinsurance, that cushion that everybody might need. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Support
real.
your friends, y'all.
supporting. You know
That
what I'm
is
saying?
real.
It don't even have to be your friends. Just support positive people.
Yeah.
People that's trying to make a difference or trying to do something good. Because
Exactly.
it's a lot of people out here that's doing bad and they get supported.
Oh yeah. Oh,
So,
you right.
Don't make Nubb get to start preaching.
Yeah,
Let me
you
chill out.
over
you know
here
what I'm saying? Let me
preaching.
chill. Let me
Bro.
chill.
You right though.
We
You
can
telling
talk
the
about
truth.
it. We got to, because listen, one of the main things that we do know about society, sadly, is that society thrives off of negativity,
Oh,
especially
yes.
in media.
For sure.
That's one of the things that we know, that not to put down the TMZs or whoever for what they do. I mean, that's your lane, that's your sector. But we know that when there's something going on, people are naturally like, what's happening? What's going on?
Exactly.
So that negative connotation about anything is like, it's marketable. You can sell it just as easy as you can sell sex.
Right.
So
Right.
on that note, Trey, that's real. You know,
For
support
real.
positivity and what Courtney is doing. Miss Courtney, I'm gonna call her. You spend 30 mil. I don't know how young, how old you are. You Miss Courtney.
Miss Courtney. Miss Courtney probably younger than you, but it's cool. Nah, for sure. She earned that title doing what she doing. You Miss
Right.
Courtney.
Yeah. So, she said something in her caption. She said 6 years ago, all I had was faith, a dream, and a vision. And you know, we're saying, you know, step out there, do your thing, do what you got to do.
Right.
So, let's talk about that, right? Faith, a dream, and a vision. We got Mr. Do It with no hands in here right now.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? I know a little something about faith, dreams, and a vision. You know, a little
On
thing
me.
or two.
Like,
Yeah. Like, you,
we got Mr. Do It with no hands. Like,
Come on now.
And if you know who Trey is, then you know what that really means. Because he
Right.
can do just about any
Everything.
and everything.
including, we're going to get into that, but.
Yeah.
Hold on. He can roll a blunt. Listen,
No.
Dang.
No.
I've tried.
Everybody
And
ain't able.
I ain't so good at it. I'd rather see a pretty girl with pretty nails do her thing.
Yeah.
This man can roll a blunt.
Okay, or this. He could draw. Okay,
Bruh.
I can't even draw a decent stick
Hold
figure.
on, Trey. Go ahead and let the people know what you do, bro.
Well, let me fix my lap. I mean, I don't know, honestly. I mean, to just be, I'm being honest. I don't know too much that I can't do. I'm just gonna say it like that, and that's not to say it in a arrogant way or nothing like that. It's just my mentality. You know, I just feel like if it's something that I want to do or something that I just feel like, you know, just a lot of times I just do it because people say I can't. So like.
Yeah.
Going towards to what you just said about the whole blunt thing, like there was a story behind that. Like it was a whole competition, and you know, like it was a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it was a, you know what I'm saying. But the drums, the drawing, I ain't gonna lie, the drawing came from me growing up. I used to stay punished so much, I felt like a prisoner. So I
Right,
just started
right.
drawing. You know what I'm saying? And I just
Right.
got good at it. But drums, like I
Crazy.
play the drums, I cook, I dance. What else? I mean, I
But
play
don't
2K, but all the games, I'm the GOAT at
I
that.
be seeing you on Instagram. I be like, you know, I gotta play him one day.
Yeah, hey, you gon' hey, all right now.
Kick your ass. No problem, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
know what?
you know what I'm saying. But I just do a lot of the stuff I do just simply because not only just to prove that I can do it, but to prove to myself that anything is possible if you really want to do it.
Yeah.
And that goes along to partially what she was saying. It started off as a dream, a vision. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how all this started off. Like, being Tre Nubb was already thought of before I even done it, just to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? And even right now, I'm still growing from it and learning as I go. So I'm still learning and trying to cater to what my fans and what the people want to see, because me in this situation, like, I don't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? I get in the car and
Right.
just drive, and they be like, oh, you really driving? And I'll be like, oh, I forgot I ain't got no hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think about it
Right,
like that
right.
because I was raised to not look at it like that. Just, you do everything everybody else do. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's how that
And more.
kind of go for me. You know?
Yeah.
That's just a self-competition thing, though, the more part. But, you
No,
know.
that's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
I don't know. I never knew this until like recently, and you know, everyone just Tre Nubb, you know, where it come from. I didn't know there was an acronym.
Yes. So
I didn't know that.
So Nubb, and when I meet people and people, they be like, what's your name? And I'll be like, Nubb. And they, oh, I'm not calling you that.
Right,
It's cool because
right.
for one, I'm comfortable with who I am. And there's nothing you or anybody else in this world can do to make me feel otherwise.
Right.
Because I am who I am and I'm
That's
comfortable
real.
with it. You know what I'm
That's
saying? No
real.
matter if I get mad or not, it's not going to change. So,
Right.
But Nubb
Right.
stands for never underestimate before belief. So basically,
Powerful.
you know, never count yourself out before you count yourself in.
Yeah.
Don't fall into the negativity before you feel the positivity. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
yes, I have a meaning behind my name, and that's what I kind of show in not only just my videos or what I do, but just life. You know what I'm saying? Even outside of the camera, like me and Kelly, we kicked it today. We chopped it up. You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
got some stuff coming for y'all too, but
we do.
you know what I'm saying? But
we
it's
do.
just me in general. You know what I'm saying? It's just how I am, like how I roll. So
Yeah,
yeah.
bro. That's remarkable.
amazing.
On the drum tip, real quick, like you can play the drums, like I'm trying to work on it. I ain't got no rhythm with the drum.
You got it, bro. I seen the video. You got it, bro.
I tried
Just
to do a
keep
little something,
going.
bro.
Hey, look, just it don't even just necessarily just be practice. You don't even have to look at it like practice. Just get on there and just mess around. That's what you're gonna call it. Just get on the drum and mess around and just mess around for
Just come
so long, and then this is gonna come second nature to you. Like I
How
promise.
much practice have you put into the things that you're really good at? How much practice?
The things that I'm really good at, I mean, I kind of been doing it my whole life, you know, from playing the drums. I started that in the 6th grade, and I started that because, for one, people told me I couldn't do it, and two, the hype. When I was in the 6th grade, Drumline was just coming out. It was the hottest movie out.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Right.
that old, but
Woo.
but when that came out, it was like, man, I want to do that. That's live. And then my older brother played the drums, you know,
Yeah.
so I wanted to do that. And you know, a lot of people told me I couldn't. Know how you gonna do it,
Right.
and I just kind of tried different stuff until the wristband thing come out. So I used
Right.
NBA wristbands, and then I slide the drumstick through.
Creative
And
and
then
innovative.
Right. And then anything after that is, you know, practice. That's me. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So it's
right.
not like one person told me, he's like, that's like your superpowers. He's like, you put them wristbands on, boy, you do anything. That's like partially, but you know, the other half
Right.
is me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just as far as the time go, man, it started out just doing it because it was something cool to do, and it was
Yeah.
something I can relate to my friends with, and be in a band. We get to skip school, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I did it. And I'm a competitive person. No matter what I do, I can take up extreme reading. I got best to be the best reader in the room. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
challenge myself to be better. So
Right.
To do it,
And-
bro.
to do it,
Yeah.
yeah, not only just do it, but like you said, just to be better. Like I'm very competitive. I don't like losing at nothing, Kelly. Hands or no hands. If I lose, I am upset. I am upset. So
You. And like, I don't know, kind of on the drum topic, like I've seen some of the things you've done. You've traveled and like, you know, mentored kids and, you know, gone to different colleges and high schools.
He better.
Like, how did they, right? Like, how did they react? Like, what, like, I mean, it's crazy. And then just seeing how amazing you are and like the way those kids look at you, like you can tell that they're inspired.
right,
You know what I mean?
right. So the thing with that goes in. I mean, as people, I mean, well, as we grow up, we all once was kids before and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like to have somebody come and speak to you. You know what I'm saying? Or just to show you a positive vibe, because that's what I try to do. Like I don't just want to, when I do all my motivational speaking or when I go speak to people, I don't want it just to be like another seminar. Like, oh, we just get out of class, get to listen to somebody talk.
Right.
No, I'm finna
right.
engage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm finna make you. You know what I'm saying?
About to turn up.
Yeah, it's a turn up when you see Nubb. You know, I want you to feel good. That's what I'm promoting. That's what I'm bringing out. That's my energy, my aura. You know. So on top of that, I'm kind of giving you real life game, you know, like
Right.
on my experiences, on why I do what I do, how I do what I do, and what's my goal. Because we all started off in that same spot as, you know what I'm saying, as everybody else, with a goal, a vision, and a dream. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And that's all I'm doing. I'm no different from nobody else. I'm just chasing my dream, you know. So
That's real, as you
Hey.
should. Now, for everybody that's watching, listening, man, on the education tip, right? So, as far as drumming goes, that actually got you scholarships,
for sure.
and so go ahead and talk about that, because that's big.
So the thing with that is, and even when I do my drum clinics, I am a drum instructor. I do drum workshops for high schools, middle schools. I haven't done any elementaries yet. But I tell them, whether you're a drummer or not, I speak to the whole band. I'm like, them instruments y'all holding can make you so much money, and even outside of school, you know, like right now, like, you know what I'm saying, like I get booked to go do workshops, you know what I'm saying, it's my livelihood along with a lot of other stuff I do. But if I would have just left it as just another activity, instead of trying to get better at it or expand it and see what else I can do with it, you know, I would have never known. But
Right.
those instruments that people play, and people just think about as band geeks, you could think about a band geek as long as you want, call it a band geek as long as you want, but I guarantee you them band geeks making that money.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they are.
So when I came up, my first actual I would say my news interview, because I was on the news like several times for me being a drummer. So I was famous before Tre Nubb. Like I was
Right,
the
right.
no-arm drummer. Like literally, that was the title of me back then, the no-arm drummer. And if you said that, they knew who you was talking about, the drummer from Beaumont Central. So what that was, I started doing, like people started picking up around the city and different states and stuff. They started seeing it. So I did interviews, several different interviews on it, you know, and just seeing the progress, you know what I'm saying? Same thing I was telling you about just practicing, like seeing myself get better from taking some drumsticks, putting them on my wristbands and just tapping to being able to, I can get down, you know what I'm saying, if I really need to, you know what I'm saying? But just that process is amazing, not only just to other people, but to myself. Because not only did I overcome a major obstacle, but I overcame an obstacle that most people with both arms and legs couldn't do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing this, and I'm like I said, I started off it was a band. It was something fun that my homies was doing, and we was all doing it, get to leave school and do competitions and stuff like that. But as I got older, you know, I got better, more eyes start coming. When I graduated high school, I had over $500,000 worth of scholarship money.
Wow.
Like most of the people in my school district, you know, they got this thing that they do at the board is where they acknowledge the top scholars of the schools, like 4.0s and 3.9s, you know what I'm saying? Nubb wasn't no dummy, but I just didn't apply myself, so I wasn't up in no 4.0 and 3.9s, but they acknowledged me because I got so much scholarship money and recognized for playing the drums.
Right.
I had more scholarship money than they had academic scholarship money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying it like that, but I was like, man, I'm looking at them like, man, these are some top scholars. Like, these is magna cum laude graduates and stuff. Nubb ain't no magna cum laude. But, and they looking at me like, nigga, you got all this money? You know what I'm saying? From the drums. Like, and that's what they, like, it's crazy, man. So
But
like,
it wasn't even the drums. It was you.
Yeah.
You had that. Well, there's a will, there's a way.
There's a will,
you
yeah.
had that tenacity about you. You had that fire. And for everybody watching and paying attention, I mean, we've heard that plenty times. We've heard that so many times. You know, it's all about what you want to do and anything you put your mind to.
Exactly.
You can do.
It is.
You know, that's easier said than done. Even for myself, like I just think about all the things that I could possibly do, man. All the things I want to do. And it's like I look at you, I'm like, dog, this dude playing the drums. You feel me?
Like
he rolling blunts.
the thing that took me over the edge when I seen the art. That
oh yeah,
art,
yeah, and
like,
it's crazy because even with that, like I love to draw. Like if you would catch me in a meeting or something, or just somewhere just chilling for too long, I would have been there, found me a pen and a napkin, and then drew a whole something on the napkin. You know what I'm saying? It's just relaxing, so it's kind of therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with that, it's just repetitiveness. You know what I'm saying? Everything I do, you keep doing it, you have no choice but to get better. You know what I'm saying? If you keep singing every day, whether you want to get good at singing or not, you will be better than you was when you first started singing.
Yeah.
That's just life, you know? That's how life works.
That's life. What were some of the hardest things you had to deal with coming up socially, whether it was in school, I don't know, in the hood, in your community, whatever?
I think the hardest thing for me, and even till this day, would be understanding that no matter how much stuff I do or what all I can or can't, all I say I can do, I still have some type of limitations because of the physical. You know what I'm saying? It's certain stuff like, and I'm gonna figure out how to do it. You give me something, you put something on the roof, I'm gonna figure out how to get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just certain stuff where it's like, okay, now at the end of the day, you gotta understand, like, you can't do everything. You know what I'm saying? And I have a hard time adjusting to that. You know, even to this day. So I mean, just for an example or something, like I don't know. I could never go to the military if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? I could never say, hey, I'm going to serve my country. Or, you know, I could never go work in a plant job if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Just to be to elaborate more, like I would never be able to just do a lot of the stuff, not so much to say hands-on, but a lot of the stuff that requires hands or somewhat, now give me quotation marks, requires hands because of my physical appearance, you know, and I've been, not going to necessarily say blackballed, but I've been put in that situation to I couldn't even give them show them what I can do because of the situation. Like even with jobs, you know, I didn't try to get before or things that I've tried to do. They like, we can't let you know. I'm like, hey, look, I can show you that I can do it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And at the end of the day, it's like no matter what you say, they can't do it because they got rules too. So even like I don't know if y'all remember a couple years back at the Six Flags, they had I think it was a guy. He had one arm and he rode a roller coaster and he ended up getting into an accident. So now what a lot of these amusement parks are doing is if you don't have you can't be if you're not fully able or hands and legs. They don't let you ride.
Wow, I didn't know that.
But yes, that it happened a couple years ago, and it's crazy because before that, I had the biggest fear of riding roller coasters. You know what I'm saying? And then like maybe I think it was my senior year of high school, we did a band trip, went to amusement park, and I got to ride roller coasters for the first time. And it was only because they called me scary and all type of names. You know how they go.
Right.
I'm like, I ain't getting on that. They like, you crazy? They got all these girls. You know what I'm saying? All these.
Right.
I'm like, you know what? I'm finna get on there. And then I had fun, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it kind of sucked because right when I started liking roller coasters, I'm not able to ride them, you know what I'm saying? Or ride the ones that I want to ride, you know what I'm saying? I should say like that because of my situation. And I think that's kind of like the hardest thing that I'm adjusting to in life is being told no because of my physical appearance. You know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, just everything else that I've done is just required practice, man. And like I said, I don't like being sorry or losing at nothing. So I'm gonna practice to get better at it. So my thing, like I said, my biggest and hardest situation is just accepting that I do have some type of limitations, whether they are slim, you know what I'm saying, but it's just I can't do, you know what I'm saying. I hate using that word can't. So that's probably like my biggest.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly where you're coming from.
Right.
Now, you've been invited on certain platforms, right? You've been on the news. I saw something else that you put on Instagram. That was
Viceland. I was on Viceland, the TV network. I was on an episode of Payday. They did so basically what Payday is it's a TV show about showing different people how they make their money besides a day-to-day 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
And they do different cities and they do different people. You know, they did one on Memphis, and that was when Black Youngster was first coming up too. So they did Black Youngster on one of the episodes too. So basically, what Payday was they, like I said, they show how you make your money and shit, and they're doing different stuff. And mine was social media. And at that time, when I got the email from Viceland, I thought it was a joke. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the
Can't be
TV
real.
network? My grandma watched Viceland all day long. They ain't talking about me. You know what I'm saying? So I was living in California at the time.
Oh.
So I had, they said, they was like, well, if you want to be on the show, you have to be where you're from. And I'm from Texas. So I had to move back. And they shot, and it was great. It was amazing. They got to show just me what I do, you know what I'm saying, how I make my money, which is social media. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of different stuff, a lot of different, a little bit of everything to make, you know what I'm saying?
Even when you went to, we talked and you went to Atlanta, you was out there doing your thing. You was doing podcasts.
Right.
Yeah. So what's up with that?
I had a show called Kicking It with Nubb, and it was lit. And honestly, the origin behind that was I wasn't out there to do no podcast radio show. That was not my goal or objective at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there like I'm doing movie entertainment, like dancing, music video, stuff like that. So one of my friends was like, man, you need to do podcasting. I'm not doing that, man. Like, you want me to co-host with somebody? I could do that. They was like, no, your show. You come up with the concept, you put it together, you do all that. And I'm like, no. Like, I didn't even give it a second thought. I'm like, no, I'm not finna do this.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know nothing about running a podcast. What am I going to talk about here for 2 hours? I'm like, what am I going to talk about for 2 hours?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But eventually we just got talking about it, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, just try it, if you don't like it, then cool, just scratch the whole thing. So I got to thinking, brainstorming, put together a concept, Kicking It with Nubb. And I'm like, because everybody always be like, oh, like a lot of my friends, you be like, what you finna do? I'm finna go kick it with Nubb. I'm finna pull up on Nubb. And he's like, so I'm gonna call it Kicking It with Nubb. You come kick it with me, you know what I'm saying? Tell me what you got going, you know what I'm saying? So I had a show, and basically it was just networking, you know what I'm saying? Networking is a big, big, big key in anything you're trying to do today, especially in today's world.
Yeah.
No matter if you're doing stuff with social media, music, or cooking, or being a doctor, it don't matter, you got to network, So, I just kind of built a platform to where I want to help people. I'm like, oh, there's some stuff that I would have wanted, you know what I'm saying? If I was on the outside looking in, I'd be like, that'd be live if somebody had me on the show. Like y'all, and I still appreciate y'all for having me on the show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I just kind of gave people a place, didn't matter what you did, cooked, danced, rap. Just come kick it on the show the people what you got going and where they can find you and how they can, you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
And that's all that was.
And you turned that into a business for yourself.
Man, I did, and I actually enjoyed it. And just being here again, like, honestly, I haven't done a podcast since then.
Wow.
Since I moved from Atlanta, and I've been back out here for about a year now. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't been on the podcast or done one since. So just being here with y'all, kind of
Yeah.
Special.
getting them wheels turning again.
You
So
know
Right.
what? That's our segment. This is called Kicking It with Nubb.
yeah,
Kicking it
my
with
brother
Nubb.
kicking it with Nubb. Nah, for sure. But look, we
So
gonna
you good,
we gonna bring that back. And I for sure gotta have y'all on here. Slim TV for sure gotta come kick it with Nubb.
Ooh,
We coming,
that would
bro.
be fun.
I'm
I'll
a-
be there.
Hey, for sure. We gonna talk. We gonna talk. I'm gonna
talk.
tell them
Yes, we will.
everything. but
Right,
we
You
gonna
right.
solid? You solid on there?
Yeah, my phone's finna die, so I go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, man, yeah, we really appreciate that. You know,
Man, I appreciate y'all.
talking about all that. Really, it moves me, bro, because I can't imagine just how hard it must have been coming up to really, for one, mentally say, to mentally process it and say, you know what, I gotta do it.
Right.
And it wasn't for everybody. It was literally for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To have this thing about you that other people don't understand, but you know you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was the biggest thing. Like, and even if I can give any message out, I would tell any and everybody, get right with you first.
yeah.
Ooh,
Well, get right with
yes.
God first. I'm gonna tell you that. Get right with God first, then get right with yourself. Because you want to do this or you want to do that. But if you're not all the way right with yourself, then you can't
not gonna
expect somebody else to accept you or, you know what I'm saying, to rock with you or vibe with you. If
Right.
you don't even rock or vibe with you, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Exactly.
real.
Like I'm saying, like I love me. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. I done had interviews where I done been on the radio and they like, if you could change anything in the world, what would it be? You know, and I'll be like,
That's
my time management skills. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that because I
Right.
suck at that, you know?
Right.
And they be like, well, if that wasn't the answer we was looking for, we would think you would say something about your own. But it's not that at all. It's not that. That's not the problem at all. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that may or may not have limitations or that you may be visible, like, all you have to do, and I'm not going to just say it like it's easy because it's not. Just get right with you. You have to focus on you, do things for you, you know what I'm saying? And worry about you, you know what I'm saying? You know how they say, don't worry about them, worry about yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That's what Mama said.
Exactly, right. So
Right.
just get you right first and everything else going to come. So, I mean, and like I said, it's not been an easy road. And like, I've had people, with the teasing and everything like that growing up, even to this day. But back then and even to this day, I've learned to get back with you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to
Right.
crack jokes, we can get jokey jokes. But then a lot of
Right.
people too, what I realized and understood, got to the understanding as I got older is a lot of people really do fear or what they don't understand. Or they
Yes.
are, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't know what they be doing. Like some people be finding themselves staring. And I done had people come by just like, oh my God, I didn't mean to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Fear,
nah,
right.
but you just curious. And I get that.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you just watch me pull my wallet out my pocket, pull the money out, give it to the
Right.
lady, put it back and do everything else, and then winked at you on my way out. You know what I'm saying? So I would freeze too, you know what I'm saying? But
I like that. Yeah.
just, so I just, any chance I can to talk to some people or help people get a understanding on what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, I do. I take it,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I want to spread that. Like, that's something that I feel like everybody can get. I'm not going to say should have, but they can get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not easy, but it's not hard,
Exactly.
It's just starting with you. You got you better than anybody else on this earth do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like you said, a lot of people have this fear of failure, man. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people look at Tre Nubb and think, he can't do it. He going to fail at it. And, when you said what that quote you said about failure, man, it took me back to what Barry Dynamic said. Barry said, sometimes you have to F it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically, you gotta F it up, man.
Got to.
get right, bro. Like
Yeah.
it happens. Like you gonna have them pitfalls. You
Yeah,
gonna
for
fall
sure.
for it.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't fail so many times on my way trying to do this. You know what
What's
I'm saying?
some of the name something right off the bat that you can easily think about when it comes to failure? Something that you wanted to do but you failed at it.
Man, easy. So I went to Prairie View, you know what I'm saying, and I was telling you I was in school actually when I became Tre Nubb.
Hold on. PV.
You know?
Oh,
yeah. We
The
in here.
Panthers
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, we in here. But yeah, so I was at PV and that was at the time I was becoming Tre Nubb. I was getting booked for shows and stuff like that. And I was booming, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm booming. Like,
Right.
so I caught myself trying to, not even just myself, me and a couple other homies caught ourselves trying to throw a party You know what I'm saying? Like we like, hey, we finna shut PV down. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that can throw a successful party, you are the GOAT.
Yeah.
That is not easy as it look. Just posting a flyer and having everybody pull up. No.
Yeah.
Like we failed by 4 or 5 times before the real fall. You know what I'm saying? We kept putting stuff together, you know what I'm saying? We couldn't getting the building together, you know what I'm saying? We had to do this, and then like we got the building, and then we had to pay for the security, but we had our own security that we paid for from Weiler, or was it Weiler or Hempstead, one of the police departments. But the guy at the club, he was like, well, no, you got to use my security, and this is how much they cost. We like, well, nigga, we don't got your security money, you know what I'm saying? We got our security money.
That's in Hempstead.
Right.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I was like, man, we can just break you the bread after the party was set to be lit.
Yeah.
Right.
We did the promotions and everything. It was on the flyer, you know what I'm saying? A couple other people got involved in it. And it was set to be lit, actually, you know what I'm saying? They really had people. And I knew that it was a good fail because I'm like, people was really tweeting like, man, what happened to the party? What happened to the, because it was called the Freak Show, you know what I'm saying? It was a Halloween party, it was calling it the Freak Show, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to the Freak Show and stuff? We like, oh, they really looking for this, bro. Like, people in the city of Houston, like, we're not even in Prairie View talking no more.
Oh, see.
People were driving.
So they were going to come all the way.
And
from
people
wanna come to
did.
PV.
People
wanna come to
right.
PV.
A lot of people look for a reason to come to PV. Don't
Right.
have
Right.
no
issue, folks.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen. I rock with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no issue with TSU, but
We love TSU.
we know.
But PV
And
get
y'all
done.
know how it go. Well, you know, I can't speak too hard on a new PV. I'm on the
I'm
newer
the old-
side, but
I'm with the you know what I'm saying? That's only
Yeah.
because I ain't been there back like talking about since then.
And shout out to our new president. We got
Making big
the
moves.
Ruth, the truth.
Ruth,
you know what I'm
the
saying? She
truth.
done came
We
through
tell
and
you.
and there's some things that are you know being tweaked and
Mm-hmm.
and said them laws is hot.
But
They
Oh,
gonna give you that
they
ticket,
steamy.
boy.
for
I
sure.
promise you that. So shout out to my class. You know what I'm saying? Class of 2K17. I came in at 2013. That was the year Megan Thee Stallion was in there.
I came
Oh,
in
man.
11.
You know, shout out to Megan. She done blew up, did her thing. It's
Right.
real dope. But yeah, we had a lot of fun, and I look at it today and just be like, dang,
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not, but
Not.
honestly, truthfully, it's like it's not the same because of when we was there. You know what I'm saying? So the generation that's there now, a couple years later, they gonna be like, oh, PV not the
PV
same
not the
from when we
same,
was
yeah.
there. And I
Right.
guess that's always how it go. Cause my older cousin before me went to PV, and when he was coming up there to meet me, and our parties was stupid. Like the school was jumping, and they'd be like, it's not the same how it used to be. So I guess it's always gonna be like that.
Yeah.
But it's just honestly and truthfully, I learned so much from PV outside of school, just about life and becoming a man and handling your own. Like college really teach you how to grow up,
Yes.
Yeah.
whether you want to or not. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
gonna mess up a lot.
you gonna mess up a lot, but don't be
What?
scared of the mess ups. Just learn from them.
can't.
You take L's as lessons, not losses. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gonna win. I promise.
Hey man, very dynamic. Her quote: "If you go into the SLEM magazine and read the November issue, she said sometimes you have to F it up to figure it out.
Right.
Don't be afraid to fail because failing is the root of new beginnings.
Yeah.
And lastly, without struggle, there is no progress. So that just goes back to what
I like
you were
that.
saying, man. Yeah,
Gotta
she got
grow.
some very dynamic quotes. And
Yeah, I
this is
need
real.
that about you
Very.
too. I'm gonna need me a book. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
You,
For sure.
You know, we're gonna have to put them quotes you
Oh
spilled
yeah, for sure.
not too long ago. You said some real
Yeah, man.
serious
Like,
stuff.
but the stuff that I do, like a lot of people, and it's crazy because when I do go do my motivational speaking and stuff, I can look at some of the kids' faces when I get to talking, like real, you know what I'm saying, like this. They're like, oh, he just another one of these old dudes, and I'm
Right.
like, man, I ain't really that old, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm telling y'all from experience, but when I just learned, like, you got to break it down to where they understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, not only understand, but catch it and grasp it and keep it at the same time. So I kind of try to kind of flip it and twist it to where they can, you know what I'm saying, not only just hear what I'm saying, but be like, that man, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
so they can keep it, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, you know, y'all remember when we used to have guest speakers in school, you go
Yeah.
one ear, not the other. You just be sitting there because you get out of class. You know what I'm
Right. Be
saying?
happy.
Right. So, but when I do my speaking, I try to make sure, you know what I'm saying, that I can get as many people to, you know what I'm saying, to catch on
Right.
as possible. Not only just be sitting there and listen to me like I'm another old dude talking. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So,
right.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
man.
feel that.
Yeah. 'Cause
Well,
you can.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
because the way you reach people very well,
Thank
and
you.
I think
Yes, you
that just for others. I think that's inspirational for others because people's first thing when they want to start something is, dang, what if people don't click on it?
Right.
What if I don't inspire people? What if people don't donate? What if, all these what ifs, but I feel like, back to our topic, faith, stepping out on faith, because I mean, just imagine if you were not encouraged and you didn't have that faith.
Right.
Then what? Who would have filled that? Who would have filled that place? Who would have filled that void? But you stepped out on faith, and now look.
Right. And the thing with that is just to kind of go on what you said, that a lot of people have those what if questions. My thing is, even to this day, I still have those what ifs, and I still just take that chance. But you know what I don't say? I don't say what if people. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, that goes back to me. You know what I'm saying? I like me loving me. If this is what I want to do, what if it don't work because of me? You know what I'm saying? Or what if I don't do this? That's what it is. Not because of people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You never stop what you're doing or don't be discouraged because of what you say people might do. You know what I'm saying? Or people might feel. Because people don't have the guts to step out and do the things that you want to do anyway. Or they would be in a situation to be called people. They would be, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not to sound like that, but that's just kind of how I look at things. You know what I'm saying? I don't let people deter me or people's criticism or judgment scare me away from doing something I want to do. Nah, I scare myself away from a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do woo.
Right.
And even then, that's one of my... you know what I'm saying, my faults. Like, I got to get better at that. Like, I need to be like, you know what, I'm finna do it anyway. If I fail, you know what I'm saying, I do it. But it's a lot of stuff as humans, we do that. You know what I'm saying? What if is gonna always come, but never follow what if with people. Because people is gonna scare you. For sure. Because if you would have been like, what if people don't like Slim TV? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna have people that don't like it. They're gonna have people that love it.
Right.
You know, that's the people you cater to. Or even if then.
You need that yin and the yang.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for you, man, like, if you were to literally let that deter you from making it happen,
I wouldn't be doing nothing.
You wouldn't be doing nothing, bro. You
sitting back collecting a disabled check. You know what I'm saying? That's what people expected me to do. And honestly, like, just to be all the way 1,000 with y'all, I don't have to do everything that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say I don't not have to do it, but sitting back and accepting mediocreness or just accepting a bare minimum is not in me. That is horrible. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you know you can do more.
Exactly.
If you know that's in you to do more, if you can even feel it. Because a lot of times you can feel it. You're like, man, I'm supposed to be doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, do it. That's what that is. That's your inner self. Like, hey, bro, snap out of it. This is what we could be doing, and this is what we should be doing.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Do it.
Just do it. Like, Nike need to go on here and give me your check. You know what I'm talking about?
Nike, listen. You got Mr. Do It with no hands.
And I here. Just do it.
Tre Nubb, Mr. Do It with no head. And he literally just does it. So
for sure.
We appreciate Tre for coming on this show, man. We really do appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
It's always good to hang with you, bro. And we got a lot of work to do.
Yes.
To everybody watching, tune in to Tre Nubb and what he got going on. I want to share some quotes with you regarding what we've been talking about. Walt Disney, he said, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. That's what you exemplify. You don't just talk about it. When you go to your seminars for the kids and what have you, you actually show them that you can do it. And if you can do it, then they should be inspired to do it themselves. We've been talking about failure, right? Nelson Mandela said, the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall.
Right.
You feel me? James Cameron, because you said something about failing, and it got me to thinking about James Cameron. He said, if you set your goals ridiculously high and it's a failure, then you will fail above everyone else's success.
Right.
And I've never looked at it that way, because, talking about what if they don't like it or whatever. And you talked about sometimes you got dreams that are bigger than you. You know what I'm saying? And that's a really big deal.
I done heard some stuff too. Like, somebody done tell me back when I was in high school, and I don't think I'm quoting it the exact word for word, but basically they saying if you were shooting for the stars, or if your goal is to be with the stars, aim for the moon.
Yeah.
Because if you fall short of the moon, you're going to land on the stars.
You're going to land on
But once you start aiming for the moon, you're not going to settle for them stars.
No.
You want to get to that moon now. You know what I'm saying? So But that's kind of one of the ones that stuck with me too. But my biggest, and this is the quote that I live by every single day: never judge a book by its cover.
Ooh.
Every single day. That's my quote. That's what, you know what I'm saying. That's what I'm going by, because you don't know what can do what or who can do what.
Yeah.
Just based off some, you know what I'm saying, some looks. Like, and I love that. I was telling you, like, I'm a competitive person, or people tell me I can't. Honestly and truthfully, and I don't know if I can curse, and I'm a asshole when it comes to that, because, and I tell you, I love giving people or having people with that, oh my God, he really did it face, that what he said, that I ate ass face, right? I love giving people that. I do so bad, because it's like, I don't know, like, I feel like I love working against the odds. I do. Yeah. So when you tell me I can't do something, I'm gonna do it. It didn't look right at you to get your facial expression.
You gotta know that,
right,
hey, man? That's real. We appreciate you, bro,
for real,
for sharing that wisdom with everybody watching, everybody listening.
Appreciate it.
Like I said, y'all tune in to Tre Nubb.
Hey.
And, you can be able to check this out on YouTube, on our social media platforms, on our website at slem.us. Yeah, my boy Tre Nubb. Now we gonna talk just really briefly about. List some events that's coming up. Shout out to 97.9 The Box. Shout out to my boy G Maniac.
G Maniac.
He wasn't able to make it. But before we close out, just want to kind of highlight some of the things that's coming through, because you know, we got Turkey Day coming through. And there's a lot of stuff going on.
That's my favorite sport.
You got the Interfaith Ministries Thanksgiving Meals on Wheels. You got the 2019 HEB Thanksgiving Day Parade.
I'm in there.
Shout out to that, man. Yeah, and then, of course, we got Christmas coming up, so we got a lot of events that's going to be going on. Jeezy is coming in December, on December 1st. Man, it's a lot going on. You got the Comedy Laugh Fest on December 31st coming up. And you got Chance the Rapper coming in January.
Shouts out my boy Chance.
Man,
boy, first, man. That's my boy. I rock with Chance. And I ain't gonna lie, first time I met with Chance, we danced. That's what we did. And it was so lit.
Real talk.
Yeah.
You got the Hip Hop Nutcracker December 4th. You got the No Silent Night on December 6th. Yeah, so that's supposed to be a headphone party. Holiday headphone party.
Oh,
my boy Q, he had his silent party going on. Shout out to my boy.
I never
Q.
been to one of them,
live.
bro.
It was live, bro.
So what they do? So you had your headphones and
headphones like this.
Because people. So imagine going to a building, got these headphones, everybody going hard. I'm saying,
but it's quiet in a building.
It's quiet, but you hear people singing it and rapping. But you can't hear the music. You feel me?
You got to get you some headphones. So everybody got some purse holes on.
Right.
Okay. That's fire.
That's live.
We all got to go to this event. I think that's gonna be
we need to do that.
Check that out. So, man, y'all tune in to SLEM Magazine. Make sure you follow us on social media at SLEM Global. That's SLEM Global. Check out our website at slem.us. Follow my boy Tre Nubb. Man,
TreNubb
on me.
Yo,
Listen, if you want to be involved with SLEM Magazine, I just ran it to you. How you going? You reach out to us, okay? Social media, email. We have all of that available. Check out our episodes on YouTube. Check out our stuff on Instagram. We have a Twitter. We got a Facebook. Just type in SLEM. We should pop up. We appreciate guys like this. You're definitely going to see him in one of these issues. And if you're in the city, know anybody in the city that wants to be involved in our movement, what we have going on, just reach out to us. We have an event coming up. It's called the SLEM Winter Snowcase. It's going to be in January. We've been posting about it. We have a casting December 1st. If you're a model, if you are a singer, a stylist, designer, reach out to us. Go and fill the form out. We have the link in our bio on Instagram. Check it out, man. Especially if you're a model out here and you want to do your thing. We want to see you there. We want you to be able to walk. We have some great connections with the Bailey Agency. Just going to give you a little bit of that info that's going to be really involved with this. Shout out to Cynthia Bailey and her team. It's going to be great. So, SLEM Magazine.
Don't forget it.
SLEM Magazine with an E, not an I, y'all.
Yes, with an E.
On me. So, Appreciate
Hey, I got
you,
some shirts
bro.
called On
Yeah.
Me too. You know what I'm saying? Only real ones
They got
be
On
like
Me.
on me. Yeah,
Yeah,
they on me.
I say that all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I say it too. Yeah,
On me.
On me.
That
On
lets
me.
you know we for real.
for real.
Yeah, that's on me.
Period.
Yeah. So shout out to y'all for watching. Shout out to everybody that's listening. Shout out to everybody that tunes in to my boy Tre Nubb. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in to Slim. Shout out to everybody that comes and check out the media block because my boy Q got it rolling with
Yes,
his
it's
lovely
beautiful.
team.
Hey, before we
Okay.
leave too, I just want to say this is my first time here.
Hey, this
And
is
this is
his
like-
first time here.
Y'all.
This is like the Astorworld of Houston for people like me. I'm not gonna lie. Whoever remember Astorworld back in the Gap out here, this is like so much stuff to do over here.
Creators.
Yeah, yeah.
For
Man.
creators.
Shout out to
like,
that boy Travis with the Asteroid movement too, man.
That too.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to him. So listen, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Catch us next week. We're gonna have more coming. Stay locked. Stay locked. And we out of here, baby.
We out.
Bye-bye.
Kosha. May God bless this night. One time for the show stars. Crown Royal on ice. Hennessy get you right. Baby girl, what's in your cup? You're having too much fun. You wanna know what I'm sipping on? Cause you want some. So baby, what it do? I'm tryna leave with you. Girl, I'm from the zoo. Yo, baby, don't be shy. Ride me like it's the rodeo, the rodeo, the rodeo. Girl, like it's the rodeo, the rodeo, the rodeo. Love the way you wind it, girl. The way you wind it. Is you Latin?